Hey, here we are, Route 66. We're in a monumental day, 250. Day 250 in our Route 66 journey through the Bible, and we're in the middle of Ezekiel. We have 4 chapters that we're going to read today, Ezekiel chapter 30 through 33. So let me give you a little bit of a summary of some of the things that you're going to be reading today. Chapter 30 is a lament for Egypt, a sorrowful plea for Egypt. Egypt, strong, all of her allies are going to fall by the sword of Babylon. Babylon, it's a long way away from Babylon. Babylon is going to come down and it's going to take over Egypt. Talks about in this the day of the Lord, and that there is a future day of the Lord. But anytime the Bible mentions the day of the Lord, it's a day of judgment when God is going to right all wrongs and God is going to reward all righteousness. And so Egypt has done some sinful things, and God's going to use Babylon. He did use Babylon to judge them. And so it's a doom for Egypt and all of the neighbors that relied on Egypt. Chapter 31 goes to Assyria. Pharaoh is compared to Assyria, and Assyria was a great kingdom, and it was cut down. Just like them, Egypt is going to be humbled. In chapter 32, there's a lament for the actual king of Egypt, Pharaoh. Pharaoh is not a name, it's the title, like we call it president. Rome, it was Caesar. In Egypt, it was Pharaoh. Pharaoh is pictured as a monster that's captured. And then the chapter lists some of the nations that now are with them, and it's gone, showing that Egypt they'll join Egypt in death. And so Pharaoh is the leader of a bad nation, and he's going to be judged as well. Chapter 33, Ezekiel is reaffirmed as a watchman to warn the people. Before days of cell phones and all the technology that we have today to warn people, you would have people that would sit up on the city and look out and see when the enemy was coming. And that's what Ezekiel was doing. He was called to be a watchman. And the fall of Jerusalem is announced. And the people are supposed to listen to Ezekiel, but they treat him like an entertainer. They're amused by him rather than wanting to obey him. And sometimes God's spokesman, whoever that would be, sometimes people are more amused by what that person says than what they actually have to say. So here's some lessons, just 3 lessons from the reading of these 4 chapters that you have today. One lesson is God will humble even the greatest powers, whether they be kingdoms or empires or leaders. No empire lasts forever. No leader lives forever. God will humble them all. Second lesson, God holds his messengers responsible to give his warning out. And you and I, if you're a believer, part of our responsibility is to warn people that judgment is coming. People are going to be responsible for the actions that they do. Not only should we feel sorry for them because of what they're doing, and we should feel sad for them about what we're doing, but there should be some kind of a warning about what they're going to face when they stand before God with the sin that they've committed. They need to turn to Jesus and ask him to forgive them of their sin. That's the best way to do it. Third lesson is hearing God's word is not enough. You need to obey. Just like the people listened to Ezekiel, but they didn't do anything about it. We can do the same thing. It happens every Sunday. People hear a message, and then they know what they ought to do, but they don't do it. James tells us to be not just hearers of the word, but be doers of the word. Not hearing and knowing is not enough. We need to do it. So it's a good lesson for us to learn even today. So God bless you as you're reading.